This is my top 10 tools you need to be riding around with now that the springtime weather and the summertime is just around the corner. So as always, trying to do everything on a budget. I'm here on a ranch. Seems like every time I turn around, it's a couple hundred for this, couple thousand for that. So I'm always looking for a way that I can save a few bucks. And Harbor Freight is my go-to for this resource. So you can see here in front of me, I have what I'm calling my top 10 must-haves for your tool roll for your Harley. So stick with us here. We're going to walk through each one of them in no particular order of importance. They're all important, but we'll walk you through those and hope you enjoy. Laying underneath all of this is the tool roll that I picked up from Harbor Freight. $9.99. So first $10 went to the actual roll that I'm going to stuff all of my tools into. The second thing I'll point out to you is this tool roll does not have a zipper on it. So I bought this little cheap $2.99 zip up bag that I could put some of my miscellaneous, some of my sockets, things like that, earplugs, that I don't want rattling around. So I put those in here, but we'll go through this as we go through each of the tools. So number one on my list, in no particular order, are locking pliers. Folks, I can't explain to you, if you're not in the know, how important these are, right? Your clutch handle, your brake handle breaks off. Maybe your gear selector, gear shifter breaks. Maybe a foot peg breaks off. Maybe you got an extra accessory light that mount broke and you need to try and mount it to something. Locking pliers, vice grips, and these were $6. So cheap. Pick up a couple pairs, but that's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing is a good old-fashioned crescent wrench, right? It'll adjust to just about any bolt on your bike. Tighten those up. Once again, $5-6 for a crescent wrench, really important. Third one on the list here, a Leatherman tool or an all-in-one tool. This happens to be 20-in-1. This was the most expensive thing I purchased today. This was about $35 with my membership, $39 without that. But it's really well made. I'm actually very, very impressed with this. I was using the knife earlier, and it's got a locking mechanism on it. It's just really, really nice. So there's the saw, locking mechanism. So really great. And it's got a beer opener. I mean, listen, there's going to be some rides coming up here in this nice weather that are a little hot and a little warm, and so we want to be able to get to that. And there we go. Most important thing, beer opener. All right, that was 3. Number 4 on my list are Allen keys, hex keys, Torx keys. You can see here I picked up a 3-pack, break down easily. What you can do if you want, if you're not going to use all of these, you can unscrew these, take out the bits you like, put in the bits you do like. That's an old biker hack that I learned from my buddies down there at Mitchell's Modesto. So keys are a good one as well. So that was 4. Number 5 on my list is some type of ratcheting screwdriver. Now there's a couple different options right now at Harbor Freight. They have one, it's about $7.95. It gets you 4 attachments, so it basically gets you something like this. But this, for $1 more, got me all of these attachments, as you can see here, and these sockets as well. So the sockets for this set are inside this bag. These sockets actually go with the screwdriver. So I paid an extra $1 more. I got more attachments than I probably need, but you just never know, right? When you're on the road somewhere and you're broke down, it's better to have a few too many things extra than not enough. Next thing was I bought a socket set. And I put my loose sockets in here for now. you know, go through, pull out all the socket sizes you really need. You know, you're not going to need all of them, so maybe you leave those at home. I could easily put this in here as well. I'm not. I'm keeping all my sockets. I'll keep this in the tool mat. Another very, very important thing that you should always have, and not just in this riding season, anytime, is a tire pressure monitor or tire pressure gauge. If you have tire pressure monitors on your bike, great, don't have to worry about it. But for those of you that don't, I don't have it on my bike. My bike's a 2021. It doesn't have it. So I'm fortunate that I'm in California and I ride year-round here. So I'm keeping a pretty good eye on my tire pressure. But if your bike's been sitting all winter, with the temperature changes and everything that's going on, you definitely want to make sure you have a tire pressure gauge to be able to check those and make sure they're filled up, because if there's one thing that'll get you the death wobble faster than anything else, it will be having underinflated tires. You do not want that. All right, so how many are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 3 more. All right, next one is wrenches. Now, I've already taken a few out here of sizes that I know I'll need, and these will easily go into my tool belt here. So I'm not looking to carry all of these. You can if you want. There's plenty of room in here. I think this was $12. So once again, and I bought the short stubby ones on purpose because there might be some tight angles in there. And yes, would I love to have a long handled torque wrench to get to some of these? Yes, but once again, we're talking about stranded on a road somewhere, just need to make some fixes to get home. Okay. Now with that being said, if your luck is anything like mine, when you do break down, it's going to be at night and it's going to be in an area that's not well lit. Having this is going to be a big help for you. A light. So I didn't purchase this today. I already have one of these sitting around. Number 9, zip ties. $1.99, pack of 100. You can see these are the small ones. You can get the big ones, but you know, if I need something longer, I can daisy chain 2 or 3 together, right? It's not going to be much more than that. And if I got to make it stronger, I can use more than one. So I don't get the big ones. I buy the small ones just for fitting in, space savings. But for $1.99 for 100, you can't beat these. So this is a good one to have. The next one, number 10, and this goes into my hack. So we're gonna roll number 10 into my old school biker hack here. Okay, you can see I got some tape. Now, we all know what you can use tape for. I'm not here to tell you that, right? What I'm here to tell you is, how do you store tape? Like, this is big. I'm not gonna throw this in my bag. There's a lot of other priorities that go in there, including the wife stuff. So can't do that. Now, the tip and the trick that was taught to me by my friend Art Mitchell from Mitchell's Modesto Harley-Davidson is to wrap your wrench handles in tape. So you can see here, I've already wrapped this one. I've already wrapped my socket handle with some electrical tape. But you can see here, if you need to add some more, I just simply grab your roll of tape. And remember, folks, I'm not trying to add this whole roll of tape to my wrench, right? What I'm doing is I have enough on there that's going to cover me or my friends or my riders, or even just another broke down rider on the side of the road that might need help for something, right? Maybe there's a hose that needs to be taped up, or something needs to be held out of the way, right? And maybe a zip tie is not the perfect fix for it. So you can see here this old school space saving technique. I can wrap the handles of my wrenches in tape. So I have this one wrapped. I can add some more electrical tape to my handle here, right? You can add a lot of tape to these and not take up any additional space, right? You're utilizing the additional space you have. This is a great hack. So Art, I know you're gonna watch this at some point. Thank you for this one. Okay. All right, so that's it. I can set these to the side. These are not going in the bike. This is not going in the bike. gonna set those to the side. Everything else is gonna go in, so let's pack it up in here and let's get it in the bike. All right, here we go. You can see everything's real nice. These keys in this one. Just here. All right. Let them in. Actually, I'm gonna put them in the case. I'm gonna like the bag. I'll put this here. All right, good. So I'm gonna put it in. Set it. All right, my right side is a little bit smaller bag for me than the others, so this is the one I'm going to utilize. I'm going to put this sack in here first because I have that little indentation down there that those loose sockets can kind of fill that void, and it sits tight there. And then I take my roll and I can drop my roll in there, and you can see that pushes down pretty good. I still got a huge space here for overnight case, camera equipment, sweatshirts, you name it. So, folks, that's it, right? I think the total price tag came out to about 123 bucks. That includes the tool roll. That includes the other zippable case, I guess is the term. And then some of those other, right, another $35 for that Leatherman tool. You could probably find that cheaper somewhere. Now, just thinking out loud, a few things I forgot. Some fuses, some mini fuses. Fuses go out. Hasn't happened to me yet, but it can happen. So a little box of fuses can be good as well. If you can think of anything else, drop it in the comments below and let us know. What's another great hack that we're just not thinking of here, or another tool that maybe we should take with us? Air compressor, while I'm not thinking about it. I do have a portable air compressor that I will take with me on longer road trips, anything that's, you know, outside of city limits. I won't take that with me on just a cruise over to the shop, or a cruise to the mall, or to the baseball game. But anything longer than that, cruising up to Yosemite, cruising over to the coast, for sure taking an air compressor with me. And then once again, not just for me, for the other riders you're gonna see, right? Maybe someone, while I'm thinking about it, a tire patch kit would be a fantastic addition to this. Once again, just something that can patch you up and so you can limp home. So folks, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop your comments down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Love your support. And if you like this video and you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you down the road.